Thank you so much. The Very Reverend Mother Mercy John, Provincial Superior and Manager of this lovely school, Father Joshua Kochuvilel, Reverend Sister Elise, my good friend Sri Johnson Joseph, Councillor from Ullur Ward, Advocate Rajiv Chempakasheri, Sister Mrs. Akhila Raj, Mrs. Divya Ashok, our head boy Amal, all the students, teachers, parents of school, the extraordinary Infant Jesus School, എല്ലാ സഹോദരി സഹോദരന്മാരെ അമ്മമാരെ കുട്ടികളെ എല്ലാവർക്കും എൻ്റെ വിനീതമായ നമസ്കാരം. I have to say, it has been a wonderfully impressive start to this annual commemoration with the name of Infa Elation 2020, the cultural fiesta that you've invited me to inaugurate today. I have probably attended, without exaggerating, somewhere over 300 school days, convocations, annual days, cultural days, and so on. But I have never seen a better, more creative, well-organized or well-presented start to the program with this excellent introduction we saw today. My congratulations to the school. I thought that one of the biggest penances one has to sit through in these functions is usually hearing somebody read out the annual report in a monotonous voice, with nobody in the audience paying attention, except perhaps the students mentioned for winning prizes. Today, we saw an excellent presentation organized in a creative way, which showcased the many attributes and the many kinds of activities that the Infant Jesus School has actually conducted. I really want to congratulate Mother, Sister, the administrators, the teachers, for all the originality and creativity that they have brought to this program. Today, I don't want to make a terribly long speech because I think the mood is one of celebration. I know there's going to be dance and music and culture, and I really wish I could stay to enjoy it all myself, but the life of an MP in the constituency is not easy, and I still have 5 or 6 functions that I am late for, that I have to rush to for the rest of the afternoon and the evening. But I will say just a few things. First, that these wonderful qualities that we saw at the beginning of today's program speak to what is important in 21st century education. The days when education was about mugging up what was written in the textbook, reciting to the teacher what the teacher has already told you, and then regurgitating the same in examinations year after year, those days are over. The truth is, creativity, attractive presentation, a mastery of the issues that you are thinking about, and an ability to convey them to others, all the hallmarks of what we have seen today so far, are really what you need in the 21st century. There is no point in mugging up a textbook, because in the 21st century, in the real world, you will always find very easily on Google anything you want to learn about what was in the textbook. Forgot a date, 2 clicks of the mouse. But what Google cannot tell you is what you need to master in school. I always tell the teachers, do not teach children what to think, teach children how to think. Because in the world of tomorrow, it is going to be far more important for them to deal with unfamiliar information that they could not prepare in advance for, as we prepare in advance for our school examinations. School examinations are important, don't get me wrong. We must do well in them. But there is a bigger examination called life, and that examination asks questions that you can't study for out of a textbook, and that might not even be in the teacher's notes. So what you need is not a well-filled mind shoved full of facts, and figures, but a well-formed mind. And a well-formed mind is a mind that relates to the problems that a real human being will face after leaving school. How do you deal with unfamiliar challenges? How do you deal with problems that you perhaps didn't study because they didn't come in last year's exam, but which may come in your real life tomorrow? If you know how to think, if you know how to understand facts and information, synthesize them, assimilate them, get to the heart of what they're about, and come up with an approach, then and then alone are you going to be able to succeed in the 21st century. The challenge is even worse for today's generation than it was for mine or those of their parents. Why? Because the pace of change has dramatically accelerated with onset of artificial intelligence, robotics, machine learning. We are preparing children for a world which will not necessarily resemble the world of today. We are trying to prepare children for life, say, in 2030. Well, according to the Oxford Martin School, in 2030, 30% of the jobs in the world will be jobs that do not exist today. Can you imagine? So you cannot prepare children for a job that you cannot imagine because it doesn't exist. But sometime between 2020 and 2030, new jobs are going to be created, new functions of expertise will come along, a new world is being born that they will have to participate in, and that's why it will not be a world that is completely covered by everything in their school books. So as I repeat, don't teach them what to think, teach them how to think, and you will prepare them better for this world. My final point of advice is that school, as we've seen today, is not just a place where you study, it's also a place where you grow. Children, and I know that Infant Jesus has children from the kindergarten all the way to class 10, they're going to spend more time in the school in terms of hours than they will actually spend with their parents. It is in school more than at home that they will learn how to get along with others, how to behave towards elders and younger people, how to respectfully but firmly and with intelligence question their teachers, how to deal with authority when authority is imposed on them or when they acquire authority as they rise up to be head boy, head girl, and so on. This is the place where they learn how to be human beings. And it is that task that I'm so pleased to see being also inculcated in what the school showed us in their presentation. Because what we saw today was the imparting of values to children, compassion, gratitude, a sense of responsibility for our society, a sense of care for the environment. These are also as important as excellence in school, coming first in class, even as important as dancing a good dance in your cultural festival today. So I want to just end my remarks by congratulating the Infant Jesus School for the start they have made in setting the children on the right path, in teaching them both academic excellence, extracurricular quality, and human values and social responsibility, all of which collectively will make them better citizens of our state and our country in the years to come. Once again, with great satisfaction and pride, I am proud to inaugurate Infa Elation 2020 and wish you all a very good celebration. Jai Hind.